2024. This is a big year for democracy. There are dozens and dozens of elections happening around the world. These elections are coming at a time when there's a strong feeling that authoritarianism has really been on the march. Organizations like Freedom House, which kind of monitor the strength of democracy globally, declared that this is the 18th year that they have measured freedom as being in decline in countries across the globe. Coming to India, India was heavily criticized for repeat crackdowns on peaceful farmer protests and arrests of critics of the government policies. Indian government's response on the ethnic clashes in Manipur, which was suspending the mobile internet services, deploying troops and declaring a shoot-at-sight order to maintain public order and tranquility. This too has made human rights authorities and many other world organizations to question India's democracy. These are some of the few reasons that Indian election that ended last week was closely monitored globally. Where on one side, as many as 50 leaders, including the Prime Ministers of Japan, Italy, Singapore, Malaysia, Denmark, Israel, Kenya, and presidents of Iran, Indonesia, Taiwan, and South Korea, besides several leaders from the Caribbean and India's immediate neighbourhood, congratulated PM Modi on his election win. But some say that this election stripped Mr. Modi of his parliamentary majority and forced him to turn into a diverse set of coalition partners to stay in power. His opponents too have been getting more airtime, with stations cutting live to their news conferences, something almost was unheard of in the recent years. Above all, the changes can be seen in Mr. Modi himself. For now, at least, his messianic air is gone. He pitches himself as the modest administrator that voters showed they wanted. As per New York Times, he has lost his aura of invincibility. But on the other hand, Mr. Modi's shift in approach can mean good things for India's democracy too. A move towards moderation in a hugely diverse nation that was being whipped with a Hindu-first monolith in the image of one man. He can now take up a new role, the consensus builder. Difficult for Mr. Modi, but not impossible. The much-awaited portfolio allocations were announced, and this absolutely displays continuity and strength of the party in power. BJP has kept the four big ministries: Finance, External Affairs, Defence Ministry and Home Ministry. There is no major change in ministries or major shuffle except for Smriti Irani or Arun Thakur. Amit Shah, the kingmaker, remains intact. Of course, there are chunks in the armour, huge shortcoming, which is zero Muslim representation in the cabinet. More than 200 million Muslims in the country and not a single representative seems like a collective punishment. It speaks a lot about Hindu-first policy. At the end, the big takeaway from Indian election is that sometimes you have to meet voters where they are, and you have to focus on issues that they care about most, which in India's case were the kitchen table issues. Are our day-to-day lives getting better? Do we have jobs? Are we able to afford food? Are prices going up? Time and talks on these issues have helped gain opposition an opportunity to have a meaningful presence in this election. Let's see what it brings for the citizens ahead. I am Shivani and thanks for watching.